The next morning, I find myself standing up in front of my parents, nervously fidgeting with my dress.
Who have your who did? You're off to a great start.
You sure
Who
you were
have
ready?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Who have you chosen as your husband, my child? Snow.
Snow. I have decided to let Prince Snow of Snow Kingdom court me and marry him in a month's time, according to tradition. Complete silence ensues. I force myself to keep my head up high and my back straight as I stare back at my parents' incredulous expressions and slack jaws.
This is what you get for telling us not to do a thing.
Yep. My father clambers to his feet with an outrageous expression and starts pacing in front of us.
No, absolutely not. Charming, I was under the impression we have already discussed the issue about Prince Snow.
My father's voice raises in volume as he goes off into a tirade.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. I knew it would not end well when I saw that boy dancing with you at the ball, even after everything we've told you. No, I won't stand by and watch this disaster unfold. You are not marrying Prince Snow. I will stand in front of the doors of the church myself and keep you out if I have to. He is a skirt chaser, a flight. I doubt he has ever attended any of his lessons as Crown Prince. He will just be a burden to you, Charming, a burden. You deserve a loving husband. Prince Snow will never be that kind of man.
Father, my mind is made up. I am not changing my decision. I will marry Prince Snow and nobody else.
Charming, I understand that he has charms. He has his charms. Not your not just your charms, but his own charms.
All the charms.
But he will not be a good husband to you. We love you, and we want you to find your happiness. We want you to have your happy ending.
He puts them on a charm bracelet. I sigh, softening for a moment. I look at my parents' worried faces and feel a pang of guilt. Father, I am doing this for us. I am not romantically interested in him already. I've barely talked to him for less than an hour.
He's lost his crown. He will never regain his title. This is a pointless move, a useless sacrifice. Please, just choose someone else. Half of the men at the ball last night would cut off their left foot to have the opportunity to pursue you. You do not have to resort to settling for Prince Snow. Please listen to your father, Charming.
I'm sorry, Father, Mother. Perhaps I am selfish and overly confident, but I have a feeling that this will work out. I know that I can help Prince Snow regain his crown and merge our nations together so that we would be saved from poverty. Father throws up his arms in exasperation.
Charming, this is just going too far. Your eagerness to help is one of the best qualities about you that makes you a good future queen, but you cannot help Prince Snow. My child, he's a lost
Father, I am not changing my mind. Father's eyes search mine, looking for any sign of hesitation. When he finds none, he sighs deeply.
I can still call off this marriage. Oh, fucking English, goddamn. I can still call off this marriage alliance plan. Perhaps we should have never...
Father, I am Princess Charming. I can take care of myself. I know what I am doing. Trust me. Father's sigh echoes in the room. Mother stands up and walks up behind him, placing a hand on his shoulder.
We wish you would change your mind, Charming, but if you are certain...
I am. Prince Snow is a good man. I can tell. He would make a great king one day. He has the charisma and persuasiveness that I don't. He will be a fine ruler by my side.
I disagree, but I can see there is no possible way for me to change your mind. Very well. You have come of age now. Your life decisions are your own to make. Oh, how I wish you did not inherit my stubbornness.
Throwing my arms around both of them, I press a quick kiss on their cheeks. Thank you, Father, Mother. I won't let you down, I promise. I will make you proud. Just wait and see. At the knock on the door, I set down the potion on the table. Come in. Holy shit.
Sure. He just fills the room. Your Highness.
I peer up at Prince Snow through... it sounds like your normal voice to me.
I can't, well... Oh well, whatever.
I peer up at Prince Snow through my eyelashes as he bows. Prince Snow, you do not need to be so formal with me anymore. We shall be married soon enough, so feel free to call me Charming if you wish.
Of course. In that case, please call me Snow as well.
I signal my agreement with a nod of my head.
Can we call him Elsa instead?
Okay. There's a beat of silence as he waits for me to continue, but I find myself fumbling for words. Well, thank you for coming. I apologize for waking you this early on such a beautiful morning. Please forgive my rudeness. However, there is an important matter I must discuss with you immediately. I trust that my maids have already passed on the message when they were sent to wake you?
Yes.
Elsa's blinding smile kicks up another notch.
I must say, I was very pleased to hear that you have chosen me. Frankly, I was afraid you would have forgotten me already with the overwhelming amount of handsome nobles tripping over themselves to make a good impression on you last night.
Elsa's shamelessly bold lines from our previous conversation flashed through my mind, and I tried to hide my chuckle with a cough. You are rather hard to forget, to say in the least.
I am glad to hear that, because you have hardly left my mind since we met last night. It's a wonder that you still look so refreshed and dazzling when you must be exhausted from running around in my dreams last night. God, you're so fucking cheesy.
With the pickup lines, yo.
Right? Oh, God.
And you worry that I forget you when you say such outrageous things as these all the time.
So much cheese, I want to grill him.
Yum.
You cannot blame me for being consumed by your charm and beauty. There is nothing I want more in life than to capture your heart and never return it. You know, get the receipt.
Because that's a normal thing that you would want.
Right?
Elsa's smile fades and he stares at me intently with a serious expression.
I meant what I said about being ecstatic when your messenger summoned me. I need you. You are exactly what I've been waiting for.
I cough loudly, feeling strangely flustered at his words. I know that Elsa means nothing more than the fact that he needs me as his wife to regain his throne, yet I cannot help but be slightly affected by the uncharacteristic sincerity behind his words, even with the less than romantic meaning. I try to play it off with a casual wave of my hand. I've heard. Elsa seems to tense up, his smile tighter. His slightly downcast eyes darken, giving me the odd feeling of a sort of haunted sadness. A horde of haunted sadness.
The English issues are contagious. That brings me to the main concern I must discuss with you. I'm not sure what exactly you've heard about my situation, but I do not wish to marry you without telling you the truth behind my...
Elsa pauses as though searching for the right word in his head.
Uncharacteristic eagerness to marry. I do not wish for you to be blindsided when you realize my motives for this marriage.
Elsa's tone stays serious, a far cry from his usual light, flirtatious manner. I find my respect for him growing. I did not expect him to be so honest with me, instead of just pretending to be enamored with me to avoid giving me reasons to change my mind. Don't worry, I knew what I was getting into. You must marry by the end of the year, or else you will lose all claim to the throne, am I correct?
Oh, so you have heard already. Yes, that was indeed what I was about to tell you. Although there's more to the story than that. I will explain further when the time is right, but not right now. That's ominous, honey.
Mm-hmm.
My apologies. I hope you will not mind.
More reasons? I'm burning with curiosity at the vague hint of his secrets, but from Elsa's demeanor, I can tell I won't be able to get anything out of him. I decide to let it go for now. That's quite alright. After all, we both have our reasons for going through with this marriage.
It certainly seems that way. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe it.
I wanna...
Flip a coin?
I
got a coin on hand.
Okay. Heads is the first one, tails is the second one.
Alright. And it's heads.
Alright. The dark look of sorrow returns, but disappears almost as quickly as it appeared. He smiles at me flirtatiously, though I can't help but notice it isn't quite as genuine as before, and the smile doesn't seem to touch his eyes.
Yes, of course. Truer words have never been spoken. Or smoken. Many couples in arranged marriages are very much in love, and could not be happier.
Indeed.
Out of curiosity, what are your reasons for marrying me? You already know my intentions.
Let's just say I'm doing this for my people, and I'm proud to be the one to save them. Elsa cocks his head in confusion, but he tactfully drops the subject as well. Instead, his seductive smile returns and he gives me a wink.
I feel like the coin betrayed us.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I just have that hunch. Maybe I should dig up a different coin next time. Well, I assure you, I will do my best to make our marriage a pleasant and pleasurable one.
I bark out a laugh at his suggestive tone and imitate his tone and wink. Try anything funny, and I will do my best to make our marriage highly unpleasant.
Wow.
He coughs to hide a laugh, but I can hear the smile in his voice.
Cough, cough. I will keep that in mind. Well, shall we get down to business?
To defeat the Huns or to bang?
I hope it's both.
To defeat the Huns while banging.
Exactly. Or to defeat the Huns with banging.
Yes.
I have already arranged for a carriage for our departure today. It should be ready in a few hours, I believe.
Here, are we?
Guilty as charged. I hope you understand my reasons and forgive my hastiness.
No, I agree. We should get married as soon as possible. It is a good idea to begin the courting period right away.
Y'all, don't slow down, damn.
They said it was a month.
I mean, still.
If I'm not mistaken, since we met in my kingdom, we will be headed to your kingdom for the month of courting period, according to tradition, correct?
Indeed, I have already made preparations. I hope that you will like Snow Kingdom.
Beautiful paintings of white snow decorating the mountains, shimmering in the faint sunlight, immediately surface in my mind. I can't hide my excitement from showing. Oh, I'm certain I will love Snow Kingdom. It sounds like an amazing adventure. It's been so long since I've traveled out of Lunar Kingdom. I really am looking forward to this. I pause. That reminds me of my conversation with my parents earlier. My lips automatically slip into a pout at the unhappy reminder. Oh, I almost forgot to warn you. Unfortunately, my parents have insisted on royal guards coming along with me on this journey. I am more than capable of taking care of myself, of course, but this is just a precaution. I hope you would not object.
Certainly not. Your safety is a matter of utmost concern to me.
Thank you for your kindness, but I assure you I'm extremely adept at self-defense.
I can punch a bitch out, yo.
Yeah.
Charming, you know this is necessary. Fuck, I went with Snow's intonation for that. We can't possibly leave you alone with that scandalous rogue for a month. Just go fuck the mermaid, Nickel.
I whirl around in surprise at Nickel's voice. He's leaning against the door, an exasperated smile that I'm all too familiar with touching his lips. Nickel, how long have you been standing there eavesdropping?
Long enough.
He approaches us, ruffling my hair as he walks by me, and gives Elsa an intimidating glare.
I will be by Princess's side the entire time, so you can erase any inappropriate thoughts from your mind. I won't let you lay a hand on her.
I inwardly chuckle at Nickel's attempt to be scary. I've known Nickel for far too long to be fooled by his scowls and glares. He is as kind-hearted as one can be. However, it seems like Snow is taking Nickel seriously as he takes a step back before seemingly catching himself and clearing his throat. Noticing Elsa's nerves, I can't resist chiming in to tease him, an impish smile spreading across my face. It's alright, Nickel. Elsa knows that he should be on his best behavior, or else I would burn him to a crisp, am I right? To emphasize my point, I focus and conjure up a fireball in my palm. I pretend not to notice Elsa's terrified expression as I shoot him an innocent smile.
This is a wonderful start to the marriage.
Elsa gulps before trying to recompose himself.
I do love strong, independent ladies. You and I will get along well, Charming.
Yes, we will.
Yep.
I open my eyes to find myself in an unfamiliar location. Doesn't look very snowy.
No. It also doesn't look like they're on a boat.
In my... I'm on a boat. In my half-asleep state, my mind vaguely registers that there's a slight rocking motion as though I'm on a boat. Except I'm clearly not on a boat. Confused, I try to rub the sleepiness from my eyes and stand up, but stop shortly at the sound of Elsa's voice.
Ah, I see this sleeping beauty has awoken.
What? My eyes widen and I realize with a start that I'm in someone's arm. To be precise, Elsa's arms. I let out a loud screech and start kicking furiously. Elsa drops me reflexively and I land on my feet. Before Elsa can blink, I've already shifted into my battle stance with a fireball in my palm, ready to fight him for my honor.
Damn, girl, chill.
Elsa stares at me, wide-eyed, a slightly befuddled expression on his handsome face that somehow makes him appear even more attractive. I mentally berate myself for noticing his handsomeness at a moment like this. Now is not the time to appreciate his fine looks.
Sure is, why not? Charming, calm down.
Why were you holding him? Were you taking advantage of me? I was asleep, you pervert. What did you do?
That went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
To his credit, Elsa mostly maintains his composure and just backs away from me slowly with a soothing smile.
Charming, you fell asleep on the way here. You were sleeping so soundly that I did not have the heart to wake you, so I was merely attempting to carry you to your room. If I startled you, I sincerely apologize.
I narrow my eyes at him in suspicion.
There's a rooster weather vane on the roof.
Yep.
That doesn't seem very royal.
Nope.
Neither does the mail. Is the mailbox tied up?
Tied? Yes.
Yeah, look.
Yes, it is.
That's a royal domicile if I've ever seen one. Charming, I would never have done anything inappropriate. Besides, just because you were asleep doesn't mean your friend over there was.
Elsa smiles wryly and motions with a tilt of his head. I look to the left and see Nickel leaning against the carriage, chortling away as he watches the scene unfold.
Again,
Why does he chortle?
Stop chortling, just laugh.
I drop my hand, letting the fireball disappear. Oh. I notice Elsa rubbing his arm with a grimace, and I duck my head in embarrassment, mumbling an apology. I apologize for kicking you and threatening you with fire, and especially for jumping to conclusions and assuming the worst. Elsa gives me a good-natured smile.
Do not fret. I have endured worse. Trust me.
Fair point. I'm certain your scorned lovers have done far worse to you than a kick to the arm. Elsa's signature coquettish smile returns to his face.
Is that a hint of jealousy I detect in your voice?
I laugh in response, relaxing slightly. Do you wish to be reintroduced to my flames again? He raises his hands up in defeat, chuckling.
You are certainly very capable and skilled in magic.
That was just a fraction of my power.
Truly. Well, I must say, I'm very proud to be allowed the honor of courting you.
He seems to be looking at me with a strange mixture of relief and hopefulness. Too pleased by his compliment to think too much about it, I puff out my chest in pride. Of course. Let's get this courting started then. Where shall I be staying? I focus my attention to the building behind him, but to my surprise, a modest yet still beautiful cottage stands rather than a grand palace.
She looks so sad about that.
Oh. Elsa clears his throat and rubs the back of his neck with an almost sheepish gesture.
Right, well, while you were asleep, and dreaming about me, I hope, you missed a rather interesting and unexpected turn of events. I originally thought now that I had persuaded you to let me court you and marry you in a month, I would be allowed back in the royal palace. However, it turns out my father and stepmother do not wish for me to return until I have your hand in marriage, for certain.
There's a slight note of bitterness in his voice.
What is uncertain about this?
Right? A pang of sympathy almost drives me to reach out for his hand, but I stop myself in time.
Grab it anyway.
What kind of parents would be so unrelenting and cold? Shouldn't they be missing him after being apart for years? As though sensing my train of thought, Elsa smiles wryly before continuing.
So, unfortunately for now, we have to stay in my house.
That's perfectly fine with me. Why are we even standing here talking when there are hopefully comfortable chairs waiting inside for us? We can continue our conversation inside your house.
With the rooster weather vane.
It's very homey. I like it.
It is.
I make my way to the front door, pushing it open. Elsa rushes up behind me and puts a hand on my shoulder.
This is going to be a dump, isn't it? Wait, I must warn you, it is a very small, modest place and not at all fitting for...
Oh, you worry too much. Have I not mentioned I used to travel out of the kingdom a lot? Let me assure you, I did not stay in glamorous estates while I was on those journeys. Without waiting for Elsa's reply, I enter the house.